A CD, well, it's a plastic disc with a bunch of music encoded on it.
In 1982, Sony revolutionized music with a compact disc player.
Launched in 1982 by Sony and Philips, it promised perfect sound forever.
Each player attaches to any home stereo system to give you pure, perfect sound. Forever.
The reality? Well, not so much. CD players in the 80s that were affordable sounded like garbage. But fast forward 43 years and CD players are cheaper and sound better than ever. CDs are also cheaper than they were in 1985, which blows my mind. Whether you're starting your CD collecting journey,
It's the famous CD collection,
or coming back to it 20 years later, the cheap CD players you can get today are mind-boggling.
It's a CD player.
But you want to watch the video to the very end so you don't make this common mistake.
Well, what's his CD collection like?
Fancy cars, CD players,
Stereo, DVD.
First up, the beautiful, the elegant SMSL PL100, coming in at about $106. Inside, it uses the Cirrus Logic CS, come on Randy, 43131? Oh my goodness, I got it right. That's a DAC chip, a digital to analog converter, which is what made the early CD players sound like garbage. They didn't have good DACs in them. Well, in 2025, DACs are cheaper than ever. And this one, it does. Not only is it a digital to analog converter chip, it also is a headphone amp. So you can just buy this, put some headphones on it, and start your CD collecting journey today. It's got a variety of outputs on the back, including traditional RCA outputs, an optical output, which we will talk more about later, because that is the real magic maker when it comes to getting the best sound out of a cheap CD player. It's made from aluminum. It's actually pretty heavy. And it comes with a remote control, so you can sit back and relax and change tracks. However, there is a gotcha with this CD player. It needs a 2.3 or 2.4 amp power supply, 5 volt, so think cell phone charger. The problem is most cell phone chargers are less than 2 amps, and even a 2 amp won't quite cut it. So I'll link one that will work with this player in the description. And CDs sound way better than streaming. And if you get on the internet, then you need to check out today's sponsor. If you're a fan of the channel, then you really should check out the long-term sponsors of the channel, and one of those is NordVPN. I do a lot of work at coffee shops and on public Wi-Fi, and I will not do anything without logging into NordVPN before I get on the internet at all. There's a bunch of people out there that want to get your information and use it and scam you into buying things that you don't want to buy by creating fake web stores, and NordVPN has Threat Protection Pro, which other VPNs don't have. And it's super easy. You just download NordVPN by going to nordvpn.com/cheapaudioman, and if you sign up for 2 years, you get 4 months extra. And then you enable Threat Protection Pro, and it's going to do all the heavy lifting to keep you safe on the internet. Another cool thing about NordVPN is that you can log in from IP addresses all across the world so that you don't miss the next episode of The Real Housewives of Lincoln, Nebraska. NordVPN also has dark web monitoring to see if your information pops up. Literally, we live in a world where people are constantly just trying to steal stuff from you. However, if you're using NordVPN, there's a lower chance of that happening. So go to nordvpn.com/cheapaudioman, use the code cheapaudioman, and when you sign up for 2 years, you get 4 months extra. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring today's video. This next one is simultaneously the best player on the list because it's the cheapest, but also the worst player on the list because it sounds terrible. However, if you watch till the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to make the worst sounding CD player on the list maybe the best sounding CD player on the list. And this is the Sony DVD player. I don't remember the specific model number, but I will put a link in the description. You got to get the right one though. because if you don't get the right one, well, it's not going to sound very good. These are cheap. They're widely available. I got one at Best Buy, an open box one for $15. And the bonus is you can play DVDs too.
DVD.
So next time you so buy this, go to Goodwill, grab a whole bunch of CDs for about 99 cents a piece, and then a whole bunch of DVDs for 99 cents a piece.
Even with a significant jolt, the music doesn't miss a beat. Smart. Very smart.
Cambridge Audio AXC35 coming in at $449. Now, don't get scared away because there's a way to save on this one. Traditional size CD player for the traditional aspiring audiophile. Super simple to use, throwback design back to the 80s and 90s. Most importantly though, it comes with a Wolfson DAC, which are great. They're smooth, they're nice, they're gonna make everything sound good. You're not going to get the greatest detail out of that DAC, but for someone just starting out, it's going to make everything buttery and smooth. Plays CDs, CDRs, and CDRWs. It's got you covered. You can make your next mixed CD, and the Cambridge is going to play it. And Cambridge is not some fly-by-night hi-fi company. They've been around since the 90s. They're awesome, they're independent, and they truly care about putting affordable products out there. You can use it forever because of the connections on the back, which we will get to later. I don't like the term entry level because $450 is a lot of money to a lot of people. However, there are ways that you can save on this product. Go to Crutchfield, look for open box. You can go look for a used model, but there's a little bit more risk involved with that. Cambridge Audio actually has their own eBay store where they sell a lot of reconditioned or fixed products for a deep, deep discount. Facebook Marketplace, where you can get an incredible deal on an old CD player or you can get mugged. You can get a great deal on a great player, but make sure that they know what model number it is. Make sure that there's a picture of it actually lit up. If you're meeting somebody though, hard to test it, but get an AC converter. Plug it into the 12-volt lighter, plug the CD player in, make sure it at least powers up. Bring a CD too, make sure the tray opens and closes. Skip tracks on it, and if it's 20 bucks, well, buy it. But beware of this. It literally says in the description, well, it doesn't play anything. It works though. It opens. Don't buy that one. If you can see the model number, look that model number up, see how much it sold for new, and if there's any information about it. Buyer beware though. It might not be worth your time or even the $20 to go meet somebody and buy an old CD player. Probably just easier to go into your local Goodwill, see if they have an old DVD or CD player, and make sure on the back though it has a digital output, either an optical or a coaxial. We're also going to talk about some real treasures that you might be able to find and how CD collecting,
Famous CD collection,
can lead into other collecting, which is also awesome, all on the cheap. The Sony UBP X700U rolls right off the tongue. You're going to remember that model number forever. This, my friends, is a 4K Blu-ray player. But here's the thing, it also plays CDs. It also plays SACDs. And for those of you who don't know, SACD is kind of a not super obscure format, but it's an awesome format. Multi-channel audio, all sorts of stuff. 4K Blu-ray, regular DVD, CD, SACD. I have this one or one similar to it. The sound is okay. However, how to make these things sound incredible by getting an external digital to analog converter or DAC. The cool thing is there's a bunch out there that are super affordable, like the SMSL SU1, which sometimes goes on sale for 70 bucks. What you would do is take the digital output of whatever CD player you have. Right there is an optical output. You also have a coaxial output, and that might be the digital output that's on one of your old CD players that you buy. So you take that, You go into your DAC, and then you take the RCA analog output into whatever amplifier you have. That was the real downfall of the early CD players. That is the real downfall of DVD players being used as a CD player, even though they will work with the analog output. They just don't sound good. But the secret, the crazy secret is you can take a $17 DVD player and make it right. I did a comparison. I'll actually link that video at the end. $17 DVD player against a $600 Rotel CD player. They sounded, you couldn't tell them apart when you were running an external DAC. Even with the price of a brand new SMSL SU1, you're looking at about $70. You're still coming in about the same price as this SMSL PL100. This one might be easier though. I think the biggest bang for the buck here is to get a $298 Sony 4K Blu-ray player, because then you get to listen to CDs. You get the option of doing an optical or digital output to go into an external DAC to make your CDs sound even better. Then you can start collecting Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays and listen to SACDs. It's kind of an easy, inexpensive way to get into multiple hobbies with an upgrade path for getting the best sound of your CDs. The other fun thing to go after, and this is the last surprise, is an OPPO Blu-ray player. OPPO's still around, but I don't think they make Blu-ray players anymore, at least not in the US. Anyway, they were incredible. They included digital to analog converters, and the way that they designed the players, they're sought after, highly sought after. Most of them, if you can find them on the used market, go for more than they cost new. Sometimes though, you can find one. If somebody doesn't know what they have on Facebook Marketplace, I'll put it to you this way. Go to Facebook Marketplace. If you find an OPPO that's operating for less than $100, go buy it. I found one for $60, great, from the 90s, worked flawlessly, ended up giving it away to a Patreon, which, by the way, check it out in the description. I'll put a link to the Patreon. It's a lot of fun.
Well, what's the CD collection like?
Fancy cars, CD players.
It's a CD player.
The big mistake people make when getting into CDs is spending too much on a CD player because you don't know if you like it. CDs sound better than streaming. I truly believe that. However, you need to take into consideration what type of DAC is in the CD player and what type of system you're hooking it up to. But don't go spending $600 or even $450 on a CD player before you know if you really enjoy collecting CDs. There's so many benefits to collecting CDs. The thrill of the hunt, finding that hidden gem in Goodwill for 99 cents, listening to your music intentionally, listening to your music in an album format, not having a robotic algorithm pick your next track. CDs are awesome. And it's cheaper in 2025 than it was in 1985 to buy not only brand new CDs, but also brand new CD players. You really need to check out my $17 DVD player against a $600 CD player though. I will put it right here or here, and I'll put another video right here that you can check out and watch and have fun. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen through your new cheap CD player and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.